I am dreaming of a very classic American Girl Christmas doll. Was a collector historical doll on anyone's bingo card for the year? I'm Kate, and welcome to All Dolled Up. This is going to be a quicker video than I tend to prefer, but I wanted to share this monumental moment. Is it monumental, or does it just feel like another collector release? Jury is still out on that one, but for me personally, this is my first Kirsten doll, and I am very excited. Samantha was my first American Girl doll that I got while growing up, and my best friend had Kirsten, so I honestly never even considered whether I would have her or not. She was never on my wish list because in my mind, she was my best friend's doll. Growing up, I also got Molly. I was very blessed, and I cherished having Samantha and Molly. As an adult, having two of the three original dolls just tugs at my collector heartstrings. I have almost got the Kirsten Special Edition doll many times. But when American Girl had one of their recent sales that included 18-inch dolls, which was amazing, I jumped on the chance to get Addie's Special Edition. For me, this was a no-brainer, no questions asked, especially since there had been rumors that Kirsten was coming out with her Christmas outfit. And when she was recently released as Kirsten's surprise holiday collector doll, what a surprise that was. One of the historical dolls being a collector doll and running $230. Wowza. For me, this is my first Kirsten, and so it was also a no-brainer, easy, no questions asked purchase for myself. I added her to cart and instantly bought her. But I do feel for many other doll collectors who likely already have Kirsten and are looking to add this beautiful Christmas outfit to their collection. In Sweden, near the winter solstice, the oldest daughter dresses up as Saint Lucia to symbolize the coming of brighter days. In Kirsten's surprise, Kirsten Larson secretly plans a Saint Lucia celebration for her family to keep one of their cherished Swedish traditions alive in their new country. I need to learn more about this holiday tradition. A quick search refers to Saint Lucy's Day, or Feast of St. Lucy, who brought food and aid to Christians hiding in the Roman catacombs. She wore a candlelit wreath on her head to light her way, leaving both hands free to carry as much food as possible. Because her name means light, and her feast day had at one time coincided with the shortest day of the year prior to calendar reforms, it is now widely celebrated as a festival of light. I'm excited to read this book detailing American Girl, bringing the heartwarming holiday story to light, with Kirsten continuing the Swedish tradition. Dressed as St. Lucy with the traditional St. Lucia wreath featuring 6 tall white pretend candles with flame-colored tips, faux greenery, and holly berries atop her head. As the story goes, with St. Lucy bringing food and the light of Christ into the world's darkness. As a Christian, this story is really meaningful to me, and I want to make a point to look into this holiday tradition closer and better understand the historical aspects of it. Let's take a closer look at this collector doll. Initially, it's so hard for my brain to comprehend seeing a historical doll, seeing our Kirsten Larson in this collector box. To me, it feels like this isn't really a doll. It really does feel more like a display item, a much more collector type item. I know when I got Princess Anna from Frozen, the collector doll, I instantly wanted to open that doll, take that doll out and play with her. And also the same goes with the Winter Princesses. Those were collector dolls that I thought were beautiful and wanted to enjoy. But this collector doll, this holiday collector doll from the historical series, I don't know if it's the nostalgia or just how classy this looks with the deep berry color of the box and this beautiful recreation of Kirsten's original St. Lucia gown. I never had this outfit, or my friend didn't have this outfit, so I really don't know many details about it. But I have seen it many times over the years, and I know that it is just iconic American Girl. It brings such a sense of Christmas time and peace and joy. It feels very wild to see it on Kirsten looking so beautifully and so perfect in this box. I will say I was confused because I definitely thought American Girl made it so this book could be easily removed, but that is not the case. I did find out later that it is also taped in, which isn't a big deal. We could untape it. I've untaped many collector dolls before, but there's just something about this doll where I'm wanting to keep it in its exact mint condition. I haven't decided yet whether I'd open her, get a second one, or maybe I will open the side of the box so I can take that book out because I would really like to read this book. But maybe I'll also just try to find one of the older versions of this book. Taking a look at this collector box and how they have our girl Kirsten in it, she's got 2 arm straps and also 2 leg straps. And of course, the famous neck strap. One thing I think is interesting is they didn't tie down or stitch her famous curls, her famous looped braids on her dress, which I know that sounds wild. Why would anybody ever do that? Well, I had that same thought for why would they ever do that for Princess Anna's braids. Princess Anna's braids laid relatively flat in comparison here to Kirsten's looped braids. And you'll have to tell me in the comments, maybe this is just my opinion, but I feel like the majority of people who get this collector doll are not going to take out this doll. They're not going to unbox her, bring her out and play with her. This is a special piece that is going to be kept just as is in the box. And so I feel like of all collector dolls, for them to stitch those braids perfectly down, I would think this would be that doll. But let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe everybody else will be unboxing and pulling Kirsten out of this box, and it's just me who wants to keep her perfect. I know personally, I never thought for a second I wouldn't remove Princess Anna from the box. I had to get my hands on that cape and enjoy that beautiful outfit and enjoy that doll. Whereas for this one, I feel like if I wanted to do that, I would get a different Kirsten and keep this one perfect. But regardless, I wanted to show you what the back of the box looks like in case you were curious on if you wanted to get this doll and either remove her and kind of what that might look like. I mentioned I don't have a ton of experience with this outfit. I've seen it in pictures and seen other people have it multiple times. The red and white socks are always such an important component to this outfit for me. I feel like it really pulls everything together and just brings almost more whimsical feel. And so I was curious if this dress, if the gown, I should say, could lay in a way where you would also see bits of those socks. And that certainly doesn't seem to be the case for me. But I will say when the gown is all the way down, just relaxed as it should be, it really is stunning. And she just looks almost angelic to me. I don't know what it is, but seeing Kirsten, this isn't what I thought she was gonna look like in person. I don't know if it's the tan cream color of the background, but I feel like her skin tone seems more tan to me. And maybe this is not throwing shade, but maybe it's because the Kirstens I'm used to seeing are all very well loved and their hair is much more, let's say, as silky smooth as what this brand new doll looks like. And so, I don't know, she looks different to me. And that is one thing that will be very true to my YouTube channel. If you come here for all the knowledge and expertise, that is not me. I am here to explore and relearn about the world of American Girl doll alongside with you. So if you think this Kirsten doll looks different, or maybe she looks the exact same as you would expect, let me know in the comments. I would be curious to hear from you and learn from all of you. The wreath is really something. They did not skimp. It feels quite substantial actually. And it's kind of nice to see how well they packaged this and how those back candles are encased in the plastic, making sure this stays neatly floating atop her head. And I know if I were unboxing this, I would probably be saying the exact opposite. I would be saying, look at all this plastic. Oh my goodness, it's so hard, so much tape, so difficult making sure we get everything. I would be saying those words. But since I am now of the person who is not unboxing this, I am thankful for all of those details that American Girl gave us with this collector doll. And then I wanted to compare kind of the doll with the certificate of authenticity, that beautiful drawing that I think is probably the exact same as the book, but I kind of want to try to put all three of them in one viewpoint and just take a look and admire this doll that has come to life. It looks like exactly as the artist had so beautifully created her on paper, and now to see this doll in an 18-inch American Girl version, it's a very surreal moment. And let's talk about this collector box. I mentioned the cream color. I think it really is a nice decision because it makes the white of the gown just that much more vibrant, and it really feels the gown is shining, bringing light into this world, which so beautifully reflects the theme and this historical, traditional, beautiful story. I love how they didn't add glitz and glamour to this because that is not at all the style, the focus here for this doll. The design with the trees feel like an artist took their paintbrush and created these beautiful, whimsical trees in the lower half. I do kind of wish the trees were maybe a little taller. They seem a little short to me, but I cannot get over this beautiful, deep berry color. The box is adorned with a darker print of holly and berries. This is quite faint. It's even hard to see with my own eyes in person, let alone on camera. I'm surprised that for a collector doll, and especially a collector doll without the Swarovski crystals, where we tend to say, well, they have to charge that amount of money for the collector doll because of the Swarovski crystals, the crystals, the crystals, the crystals. I'm not saying I want there to be crystals with this doll, absolutely not. I'm just saying that without those crystals and balancing out the cost for the collector doll, I'm surprised that I don't see maybe an embossing of these hollies and berries. I don't know if a foil would have been too glitz and glam for the overall look, but I do wish that this darker print somehow stood out more, just slightly. And since I will more than likely be displaying this doll in the collector box, probably my first doll I've ever actually displayed in the box like this. All the others I've just stored or stored temporarily, waiting to be unboxed. I wanted to take one final look at how she's gonna look in this beautiful box. The reflections were not on my side while filming this, so I do apologize about that. But spinning the box around, we can see the back of it with the beautiful stars, the AG, the classic American Girl star, with the smaller stars as kind of a holiday Christmas logo feel to it. And then we've got that beautiful picture of Kirsten on the back of the box. I do like that they put this on the back of the box as opposed to the front of the box. And with the front of the box having the really nicely done window so we can see our doll. And then I really like the two outlined white stripes outlining that glass. Obviously it's plastic, but that glass window, we could say, with the name Kirsten's Surprise Holiday Collector Doll and Book Set. And then we've got Kirsten's year 18 and 54 in the bottom corners. Overall, this is definitely a treasure for me. I hope you can tell just by how much I have adored this, as I've not even unboxed it, but just enjoyed taking a look at it as I pull it out of the shipping box at least. It is expensive, I get it, and I also totally get it if you just wanted that outfit, the recreation of the outfit and how they aren't selling that separately. That is definitely a huge bummer, and I am so sorry if you fall into one of those categories. There has been so much, I feel like, come out, and maybe this is the case. Maybe this is every year right before Christmas. I don't know. I don't think so, but I've never been an adult doll collector through this whole year and this whole season. I was just kind of getting into it November, December, not really like getting dolls, more just getting things that I thought I missed or replacing in my collection. And I didn't really get into it until the start of the new year. And so maybe I'm mistaken, but this year it just feels like so much. The Disney Playline dolls, Princess Anna, Princess Elsa, the Pink Stardust Holiday Collector dolls, this Holiday Collector doll, the historical dolls, which I will never complain about because I absolutely love that they brought Josefina, Kirsten, and Addie in their original outfits back. But it's been a lot. So I'm curious, what are your thoughts? Do you think that American Girl is releasing a lot lately, or is this kind of standard par for the course? What do we think the next year holds? I've got some ideas, and I'll probably create a video at some point related to that. But I also have kind of toyed with the idea of creating like a de-influencing video as far as reasons why we don't need to get all of these new releases. I think it'd be really fun and kind of a different approach to things. But definitely stay tuned. I'd love for you to join me as I rediscover the world of American Girl doll. And in particular for this one, I enjoyed learning more about this tradition of St. Lucia, and I look forward to not only diving further into the story, but also displaying my beautiful Kirsten collector doll during this Christmas season. God bless.